Are you interested in taking the PMP or the CAPM exam and don't know which one is the right one for you? Are you looking for information about the differences between the two exams? What are the requirements for each? What is the format of the test? The cost or the passing scores? The material that each of these exams cover? How do you need to prepare for them? Once you do get the certification, what does it take to maintain them? If you're looking for answers to any of these questions, stay tuned. I'll be covering those and much more during this video. Hi everyone, I'm Sudi Bahrami and I myself am PMP certified. I do want to preface that the information that I'm going to provide in this video is accurate as of right now, which is early 2023, and based on the research and information that I have directly from PMI organization. If you're interested in taking any of these exams, make sure to visit the pmi.org for the latest and most accurate information that you need. PMI tends to change the exam and criteria in order to stay relevant and keep up with the trends, so the information that I'll be providing could change a bit in the future. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, this is going to be a very informative video for those who are looking to take the PMP or the CAPM, or as I would call it throughout this video, the CAPM exam. I hope that you find the information useful. Let's start with, what does PMP and CAPM stand for? PMP is Project Management Professional, and CAPM or CAPM stands for Certified Associate of Project Management. In a nutshell, the CAPM is intended for those with little or no experience and looking to get into project management. For the much more experienced project managers who are looking to advance their skills and career and take on much more challenging or complex projects, PMP would fit the best. PMP tends to be a much harder and more rigorous exam than the CAPM. Both of these are globally recognized certifications by the Project Management Institute organization that demonstrate a candidate's solid foundation of project management concepts and principles. The main difference is the level of experience between the two, and I will get into that a little bit later. The benefit of each is that it sets the candidate up with a solid foundation of project management knowledge and provides a common language and understanding of the project management framework across all industries. It adds credibility and confidence to the individual's ability to manage a project, and they are both globally recognized. Now, before you can apply to either one of these, requirements between the two are very different. So this is one of the areas that's going to help you consider which one is the right exam for you. If you have little or no experience, CAPM is the entry certification into project management. All that is required is 23 hours of project management training and at least a high school diploma or a global equivalent of that. For PMP, you will need 35 hours of project management education. And if you take the CAPM and you are CAPM certified, that applies to those hours. In addition to the educational hours, if you have a high school diploma or a 2-year associate degree or an equivalent of those, you will need to have 5 years of experience directly managing projects. If you have a 4-year degree or an equivalent, you will need 3 years of experience. If someone is a GAC or Global Accreditation Center graduate, the years required before you can apply for an exam comes down to 2 years or 24 months. Now let's talk about the differences between the format of the two exams. The CAPM consists of 150 multiple choice questions with a 3-hour limit, or 180 minutes, with one 10-minute break time. It comes after answering 75 questions. Now, you need to note that once you finish the first 75 questions and take a break, after the break, you're not able to go back to it. The PMP exam is 230 minutes, or just under 4 hours, with 180 questions of multiple formats. Multiple formats include multiple choice, multiple responses, matching, hot areas, which is an interactive graph that the candidate would select to provide the answer to a question, and a limited number of fill-in-the-blanks. The exam as of right now provides 2 10-minute breaks. Both of the exams you're able to take either at an exam center or from home in a PMI proctored environment. One of the areas that you need to focus on for the CAPM exam covers 4 domain areas that you should be studying. And those are project management fundamentals and core concepts. It's approximately 36% of the exam. Predictive plan-based methodologies, which is about 17% of the exam. Agile framework and methodologies, which is 20% of the exam. And business analysis frameworks, which is 27% of the exam. PMP covers 3 main domains, and those are people for 42%, processes 50%, business environment 8%. Please do note that updated content includes predictive, agile, and hybrid approaches. How much does the PMP exam cost? As of beginning of 2023, again, these numbers could change, especially depending on geographic location and the time that you're planning to take the exam. If you are a PMI member, the cost for taking the CAPM exam is $225 US. If you are not a member, that's $300. The PMI membership also varies anywhere from $129 to $299 US per year. PMI also charges a one-time non-refundable application fee for $50 for PMI members and $75 for non-PMI members. As for PMP, the fee for non-PMI members for taking the PMP exam is $555 US, and for PMI members, that's $405 US. The one-time application fee for PMP exam is $10 for PMI members and $20 for non-PMI members. Please do also take into consideration any extra fees for material and books or training courses that you might take to prepare for the exam. Now, many are interested in knowing what a passing score looks like for CAPM and PMP, and the answer to that question isn't that simple. There is no one score that has been published to be considered as a passing score for CAPM or PMP. PMI uses statistical techniques in order to measure the difficulty of each question and score them accordingly, as well as the performance of test takers across multiple versions of the exam to come up with a passing score for each. But one thing to note is that if you do not pass the exam the first time, you are allowed to take the exam 2 more times within a 1-year period. After 3 attempts, if you have not passed the exam, you have to wait for a period of 1 year before reapplying. Every time that you do apply to take the test, you do have to pay the exam fee. However, for the second and third, there is a reduced retake exam fee that is estimated at about $275 US for PMI members and $375 US for non-PMI members. How do you prepare for the CAPM or the PMP exam? Make sure to familiarize yourself with all the foundational processes of project management, initiation, planning, execution, monitor, control, and closing. You can use PMBOK guide or the project management body of knowledge that is offered by PMI as your source of information. There are also many books and study guide out there for both CAPM and PMP, so make sure that you use a variety of study material to prepare yourself. Both are very time consuming and rigorous exams, so make sure that plan in advance considering your job and other commitments while you're studying and preparing for this exam. Also, make sure to take a lot of practice tests. There are many different resources. You can visit the PMI website, pmi.org, to start with some samples. There are also many books out there and online courses and training that provide sample exams to take and time yourself. Make sure you become familiar not just with the topics and the material that the exams will be testing you, but also practicing time limits. Also, before applying, make sure that you have met all the requirements for each of the exams depending on which one you're taking, so you can reference earlier in the video what those are and what you still need to work on. You do take the test and pass, Congratulations! Now you need to make sure to maintain your certification in good standing. The requirement to maintaining the CAPM and PMP are a little bit different. You will need 15 PDUs or professional development units to maintain your CAPM exam for the period of 3 years. And for PMP, that is 60 units. You can check the PMI website for the different categories of how you can obtain those units, but some of the examples are training courses, practicing project management, developing content and giving presentations, writing articles or books, or volunteering in a project management environment. This information, I hope it clarifies what exam is right for you. Again, in summary, if you are a beginner and you have 0 to 3 years of experience in project management, CAPM fits your criteria. And if you have 3 or more years of experience and looking to advance within your current career and taking on more and complex projects, and PMP is the right one for you. Hope this material was useful, and if you have any other questions around any of the topics that I just discussed, make sure if you haven't already subscribed to go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment below so you can be notified of my future videos that will be addressing those questions. Best of luck and thank you for watching.